This is All of It on WNYC. I'm Allison Stewart. Grammy Award winner Tori Kelly's new album reflects on her journey through faith, love, and motherhood. It is titled God Must Really Love Me. The album is a beautiful kaleidoscope of R&B, soul, acoustic pop, and gospel. Let's take a listen to the title track, God Must Really Love Me.
Every time I look in your eyes, I can't believe it. It's so hard to leave you. Let's lay here for the rest of our lives. As easy as breathing, this love that I'm feeling. God must really love me. It's like he knew.
This is a follow-up to her 2024 album, Tori, period. This is the first full-length project she's released since welcoming a new child into her home. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m., Tori Kelly takes the stage at Madison Square Garden. The new album is out this Friday, June 12th, but Tori is with us in studio to give us a little bit of a preview. Tori, welcome to All of It.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So you mentioned that the album is about faith, love, and motherhood. Mm-hmm. What have you observed about the intersection of all three? Faith, love, and motherhood.
Yeah, I feel like that literally is what this album is. It's such a blend. I think for probably the first time in my life. I mean, obviously the first time I've become a mom. So it's all very, very new. But it's so such a spiritual experience becoming a mom and just connecting even deeper with my faith. I think it's something that's always I was raised with it. I later developed my own relationship with God, and it's such a foundational core part of who I am. So it's always been there, but I think now stepping into motherhood, I feel like my eyes are open even more to just like, I'm just constantly in awe. I'm like, this is so amazing, and just learning so much through having a baby. And he's almost 7 months now, just so crazy. But it's just been so beautiful to kind of be able to have a place like music to sort of channel all of those emotions into one project.
It's a wild journey, motherhood. Let me tell you. My son is about to graduate from high school on Friday,
goodness.
And it seemed like he was just born.
Yeah, so you can give me all the advice. I'm such a newbie. I'm a newbie. Oh, wow.
Let's think about your professional life. I mean, because personal and professional, it's hard to balance the two. Mm-hmm. What's changed about the way that you have made music since you've had a child?
Ooh. So this is the first album that I've done, with being a mom, and it all sort of happened at the same time, and it's so wild how it all came together, because basically most of last year, while I was pregnant, I was recording a lot because I was just. I had this kind of angst, though. I was like, I gotta rush this album. I don't want too much time to go by. I'm gonna have this baby, and then who knows? Like, things are gonna get crazy. Who knows when I'll put out music again? So I was really just rushing, trying to collect as many songs as I could. And I would be, I booked a studio in Switzerland, and I was all over Europe touring with Ed Sheeran, and so it was so amazing. But I found myself towards the end of my pregnancy, just feeling like the album still wasn't done. I was like, I feel like I'm forcing some kind of feeling. Like I knew from a bird's eye view what I wanted the world to feel like, what I wanted to sound like, but there was still that missing piece. And sure enough, actually having my son, giving birth, holding him in my arms, it was literally 10 days in. He was 10 days old, and I started just getting hit with so much inspiration, and I started singing ideas into my phone, and it's literally like while I'm nursing him, I'm with him, and it was such a surreal, beautiful experience. And I was like, oh, okay, this is the album. Like I basically went in, I had all the ideas in my phone, and then when he was about 2 months old, I went into the studio, and basically the whole album was done in like 2 weeks.
That's so interesting that you started when you were pregnant. And then you had to almost wait until you gave birth to complete it.
Yes. I needed to feel those very real emotions of actually stepping into being a mom and actually meeting my son. It was like when I met him, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. And yeah, it was really special.
What's he like? They're the same people, by the way, as they get
Really?
older.
Really? Yeah, it's so trippy because, in the beginning, it was kind of just, we were like, okay, we have nothing to compare it to, right? So we're like, he's kind of just like a blob, like he's kind of chill. And now that he's, getting more personality, he really is, like, we feel like we kind of got lucky. Like, he's very chill and he loves, I feel like when he's out and about, he does really well. Like, he likes people. He's smiling at everyone on tour.
Nice.
Like, it's, so far. I don't want to,
Not good.
Yeah, exactly.
Singer Tori Kelly stopped by to preview her forthcoming album, God Must Really Love Me, before taking the stage at Madison Square Garden tomorrow night at 7 p.m. You worked with a lot of collaborators on this album, Tommy King and Dan Farber. What helps you? You're a solo artist, but what helps you when you work with collaborators?
Oh, it's the best. I mean, I think I have more confidence now, with more than a couple projects under my belt. I started off doing everything by myself. And I think knowing that I'm able to do it by myself and kind of like, it's really just to prove to myself, really like, okay, let me make sure I still got it. Like during COVID, I did a whole EP. It was like mostly just me in my studio, messing around, and I would get beats from different producers and stuff. But I think knowing I can do it allows me to kind of step into these sessions with more confidence and actually more excitement to be like, okay, this is what I'm hearing. And this album in particular, because I love collaborating, but this album in particular, I was like, I know that whatever I'm saying, it has to start with me. Because a lot of times I'll go in the studio and maybe something that someone else says, or maybe they have an idea or a melody, and I'll just hop on it because I think it's great. I'll be like, cool, this is sick. Let's build this out. And with this project, I was like, I just know in my gut, this has to be me walking in with the idea. Sometimes it was like a full chorus, and then I'd be like, hey, will you guys help me finish this? So that was really cool this time around, to just really trust myself and be like, okay, I have this idea. I don't fully know where to take it. So I would love to use y'all's gifts and talents. And yeah, I worked with some amazing people on this album that really just were down to go, whatever direction I wanted, which was really great.
Well, let's listen to one of these songs. We're going to listen to Fly. At the top of the song, you hear kids' voices singing.
Yeah.
Who are they?
So I wish I was there for this, but it's actually Dan Farber, who produced quite a few songs on this album. He had this whole track built out, and he pushed play, and that's the first thing I heard with these kids. And I was like, what is this? Where'd you find this? And he told me he like ripped it off of Instagram. It's actually PJ Morton's Instagram. So who I love him.
PJ Morton.
He's amazing. And so I was like, whoa, yeah, this is his song. It's like the kids covering his song. And so I just loved the clip, and we kind of like took that and tweaked it, and it sort of became this like sample, that's baked into the song. And then we just wrote on top of that from there. So yeah, shout out to the kids on PJ Morton's Instagram.
Let's listen to Tori Kelly. This is Fly.
No time to victimize, no room for compromise, and nobody sympathize. You're on your own and the tide is rising. Chains locked around your chest, too close to nothing left. Lost in the dark, can't see the dawn. Oh, tears like wine running down your eyes, but your pride won't ask for help. Thinking how much time has it been since I had to sit down with myself. I know your heart, it beats unsteady, and even gravity's too heavy to hold straight. You close your eyes as you begin to fly.
That's Tori Kelly from her album God Must Really Love Me. I like the line, sit down with yourself, have this by yourself.
Yeah.
What do you find when you just find quiet time to spend with yourself? Do you meditate? Do you just clear your mind? Or do you create? What do you do in that time you have for yourself?
Yeah, it will. As a creative, I think it's necessary.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I feel like when I'm on my phone too much, or like whenever I'm trying to fill my mind or my time with things and I'm usually not creating. I mean, it's rare. Sometimes I'll see something online like, oh, I'm inspired. But usually it's when I turn everything off and I'm just alone with my thoughts. I think for me, I either go towards like creating mode and just writing, chasing an idea, or a lot of times I go like, it's almost automatic. I go straight into like prayer. Like that's when I have, just my quiet time with God. I feel like is so precious, and just my way of like finding that center again and slowing down. I think is big for me lately because everything's so crazy. I need those moments of just, and that's really what this song is. It's like, it's kind of me sharing, hey, this is kind of what I never want to be preachy, but it's like, hey, this is what I think could help you right now. I was thinking of people in my life too, but really just anyone who's like really going through something hard, really heavy. I wanted to offer them a song in a like a sonic space where they could just exhale and like really slow down. Because it's like there's a line, when it's almost like I'm asking like, when's the last time you actually did that? And I feel like that's so real because we could just kind of go through life and never really check in with how our soul is doing. Like, how am I really doing? Like we ask each other all the time, like, oh, how are you? We're like, oh, we're good. I'm good. So I don't know. It's just kind of, I wanted a song that was just like a pause, an exhale. Let's check in with ourselves. Let's, shake off some of that heaviness and just breathe through it.
My guest is Tori Kelly. We'll have more after a quick break. This is all of it. You're listening to All of It on WNYC. I'm Allison Stewart. My guest is Tori Kelly. She stopped by to preview her forthcoming album, God Must Really Love Me, before taking the stage at Madison Square Garden tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We had a listener call in with a question for you. Aww. And he said he's getting into Tori Kelly because she is voicing a character in an upcoming video game called Stranger Than Heaven. Other artists featured in the game are Snoop Dogg. The caller wanted to know how it was working with Snoop as well as the Japanese artists. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. That is so, first of all, that is so amazing that they're getting in, like they're just discovering me through this game. Like I love that so much. I mean, if people don't know, I'm kind of like a gamer nerd myself, and I also just love Japanese culture so much, like everything about it. And so I got asked to be a part of this video game. I'm voicing a character, and the game is it's called Stranger Than Heaven, and it's a play off of a game that's been around for a minute. A lot of fighting, a lot of like some crazy stuff goes down, but this particular version, it's very centered around music and different artists. And so Snoop Dogg is a part of it. All these incredible Japanese artists are a part of it. I didn't actually get to work with any of them because similar to like doing voiceover work and stuff, you're all separated. I have met Snoop Dogg a couple times. He's lovely. Maybe we'll run into each other again with like promo for the game or something. But I'm excited for it to come out and to just it's going to be weird seeing because I look like myself in the game.
Oh, do you really? Oh, wow.
I don't play myself, but they like did the whole where they I don't even know what it's called, but they put all these like dots and stuff. They like take a bunch of pictures, like different angles. You're in this crazy room, and then they like body scan you essentially, and then it'll just be me in the game. So it'll be kind of trippy.
You have to wait till January 2027 to check it out. Some people know you as a child. You started singing really early, 10 years old. When did you decide I'm going to be a performer? I'm going to be a performer professionally.
Man, I It's so blurry for me because I don't remember wanting to do anything else.
Yeah.
I think I started performing on actual stages, doing little competitions locally when I was about 6 years old. So I think that's kind of when I got the bug of
6.
Yeah, and I was still so shy, and I didn't know how to perform. I would just like stand really straight and just sing the song. But I think I knew at that point, I was like, this feels like what I want to do. And I feel really blessed that it actually worked out because I didn't really have a plan B. But I think I probably would have still ended up doing something involving music. I mean, there's just no way to get away from it for me.
With hindsight, what do you see as your breakthrough? A lot of people would say different things, but what do you see as a breakthrough moment for you?
Yeah.
It might be something that we know about. It might be something small.
Yeah, it's a good question because I have felt like my career's been an interesting one because I've never really felt like I had this overnight success moment. I think people have kind of found out about me through different things, like, maybe through a few different big moments I've had. But for me, I always point back to just simply getting to put out my first album because people may not know. I mean, that was 2015. I was like signed 10 years before that. So in my little kid brain, I was like, this is taking so long, even though I was only 22 when my first album came out. But at 12, I was signed. I was in the, in the studio. I was working and kind of in and out of the industry. So when I actually got to put out that first album and it was real, like everything was really happening, even though I still had like people knew who I was, I think from YouTube, I had some viral moments, but yeah, I think I would pin it on that first album for sure. That felt like it was becoming real for the first time.
Let's listen to a new song from your new album, God Must Really Love Me. We have queued up Hurt So Good. Tell us a little about the inspiration for this song.
Yeah, so Hurt So Good is probably one of the more soulful, like raw songs on the album that I really wanted to include because I just felt like I have always wanted a song like this, and I don't know why I don't have one. I maybe have some songs that are close to this, but this feels just like really going for it vocally. Just kind of let it rip in the choruses and just like, it just feels like pure emotion to me in this song. And I did this one with an amazing producer named Giddy and amazing songwriter named Nisha Charles. And I walked into the studio that day and she was like, because I kind of was open. This was actually pre-baby. So this was like during the time I was like collecting songs, trying to figure it out. And I don't even think I knew I was pregnant actually at this time. But she was like, I was like, what should we make? I was kind of open and she was like, I really want to just hear you like singing your heart out, like really going for it, something super emotional. I was like, okay, cool. And I always need to make it connect to my real life, right? So I started thinking about my husband, who we've been together now for 11 years, which is crazy. It just flew by, and 8 years married. And so I think when you're with someone that long, like we really have been through some things, we really know each other. And I think this song for me is basically a love letter to him and saying like, hey, even when it hurts, even when we go through, these trials and go through these hard things, like I'm not going anywhere. We got what it takes. Like we always come back around. So yeah, it's kind of just like a really soulful love song, I think at the core to my husband. So this is one of my favorites, though, vocally to sing on the album.
Let's hear Hurt So Good from the album God Must Really Love Me.
I've been feeling crazy lately, don't recognize myself. I put my pride on the shelf, trusting somebody else. Bet on us, I'm falling, don't care what nobody say. Love's gonna win anyway, so
Tori Kelly from her album God Must Really Love Me. You have a very powerful voice. People
Thank
have told
you.
you that before. How do you take care of your voice?
I think of my how do I phrase this? I feel like my career is kind of have like it kind of has seasons, almost like an athlete. I feel like
Sure.
where there's like on season, off season. So I feel like when I'm off season, even like recording an album to me is still considered off season, where I'm collecting songs, I'm living life, I'm trying to figure out what I want to say. During that time, I will admit I don't really take care of my voice that well. And sometimes, like, to be honest, I kind of like on that song, probably, I don't think I really warmed up because I was purposefully trying to get that rasp and that grit. So it kind of depends. Probably not. My vocal coach is going to be like, what now? But when I'm like touring, when I, like really the season I'm stepping into right now, where it's like I'm promoting, I'm touring, singing a lot, I take it really seriously. I'm really inspired by like Celine Dion, even like I just feel like she just took it so seriously, and the warm-ups are just like the cool downs are just as important as the warm-ups. But that's really the biggest thing, is just making sure I'm warming up and cooling down before and after performances, and really, like, if I have a little bit of an off day, or if maybe I'm like feeling under the weather, I don't push myself. I'll really try to like kind of dance around things but still give a good performance. You're not really supposed to know that, actually. I'm giving away some secrets right now.
That's all good.
But yeah, I think just
Somebody who needed to hear it hears it. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking longevity. That's my whole thing. Like, let me think of the shows in the future, and just, as I get older, wanting to really take care of my voice. So
people got to hear you sing the Star Spangled Banner at the first game of the Knicks versus the Spurs. How did it feel to open up the finals?
Yeah, it was. I when I got there, because I've done quite a few national anthems now. I started doing them when I was like 9 years old at it was Angels baseball, shout out, just like in Cali, and then over the years, I've done quite a few. But this one, I was like, I don't think I've never done a finals game. So then, it being game one too. So it didn't hit me until I got there. I was like, oh shoot, this is kind of crazy. So, there was actually a moment though where I got out there, and it's live, obviously. So there's butterflies, but I'm like, okay, I kind of know what I'm doing. But I get out there, and I always do a little, kind of like just a quick mic check to make sure I hear in my ears, just so that I don't, get on the mic and there's nothing there. And so I'm tapping it. I'm like, I don't hear anything. And I start getting like a mini panic attack. And so they're like about to announce me. I'm out there, and I'm looking at someone like off to the side. I'm like tapping the mic. There's even like photos of it, I think, of me being like, hey guys, this is not on. And they like ran over. They're starting to kind of freak out. This is all happening within like 10 seconds. They're like unscrewing the mic, like trying to figure it out. And then at the very last second, they announced my name, and then there's probably 2 seconds, which in TV land, that's a long time. and then it just like, it all came on, because apparently their headsets also went out. They were like, we didn't hear anything either. We were all freaking out. So yeah, a little bit of, just like a mini panic attack before game one, but we made it through.
Are you rooting for anybody in this series?
I am a big basketball fan. So my husband played basketball professionally overseas. So we're just basketball fans. I'm a Laker girl because I'm from LA, so it's tough, but I feel like, I'm neutral, but I'm excited I'm just excited to see good basketball. Like, I want it to be a good series. So, and it seems like, it is so far.
Tori Kelly, her forthcoming album is God Must Really Love Me. She's going to take the stage tomorrow at Madison Square Garden at 7 p.m. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.